Hey, so good morning, everyone. So that's how we greet everyone when we are in the industry. So I am Vivian Buñales. I am part of part of MBRT. So before we start, let's start with a simple prayer. Okay. So I hope everyone's microphone are turned off. Lord, thank you so much for this time together, Father. Thank you that you have given us the opportunity, Father, to be together in spite of what is happening around, Lord. Thank you so much that indeed you are truly great. You have given us the internet so that we can still um, be together, even if it is just virtually. Thank you so much, Father, that you have sent us a great speaker today. Thank you for his generosity to share his skills and his gifts. And we pray for the participants. May this webinar be um, useful in one way or another um, in advancing their career in the real estate industry. Thank you so much, and thank you, Father, for keeping us have a strong and steady internet. Everyone, in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay. So before anything, this is how are we gonna have our afternoon. So first I would have an introduction of MBRB, and then next one we're gonna have we go to the lecture, the exciting lecture of Mr. Ronald, and then after that I'll go back to you on how MBRB would be helpful in your career as real estate practitioners. And then after that, I would like to request everyone if you could just stay for a very quick group photo. Okay? So with that, let's start. Uh-huh. Okay. So again, welcome everybody. So maraming salamat. Nagpasalamat na kanina si Mr. Ronald Cagape for us, pero actually kami po ang sobrang nagpapasalamat sa kanya. So this webinar is actually brought to you by PAREB MVRB. So ano po yung PAREB MVRB? So I would just like to share with you what it stands for. It is Philippine Association of Real Estate Boards. To those po na hindi masyadong familiar. And then our board, which is Marikina Valley Realtors Board. So hand in hand together po with these organizations, we partner po kami in terms of or achieving its objectives in terms of helping out real estate practitioners. Okay, so bakit po, well, number one, PAREB. So alam na po natin that PAREB is actually the biggest real estate association for real estate practitioners in the Philippines. Now, Marikina Valley Realtors Board, from the word itself, hindi ibig sabihin lang po nun it's actually from Marikina. Though marami po kaming members from Marikina, pero where Marikina Valley is, it actually transcends its location from part of Pasig, part of Quezon City, and and of course, Marikina. Okay, so yun po yung coverage ng Marikina Valley Realtors Board. So ngayon, kailangan po ba, yung mga members po ba namin are all just from Marikina? So I just want to share with you that I am actually from Taguig. So may mga taga-Taguig po tayong kasamahan ngayon. So, pero meron din po kaming mga members and very active members who are from Quezon City, from Pasig, from Mandaluyong, from buong Metro Manila. Meron din po kaming mga members na nasa probinsya. Meron po kaming members na naka-base sa Batangas. Meron din po kaming mga members na naka-base sa ibang bansa. So, from Australia or from US. So, in other words, Parab MBRB is not just limited to Marikina Valley or to Marikina City. Okay? So, sino po yung mga partners ng Marikina Valley? So, all real estate practitioners. So, yung mga licensed brokers, yun pong appraisers, consultants, salesperson, and agents. So, yan po ang composition ng members ng MBRB. Okay, so just want to share with you, what do we do? So why MBRB or Parab MBRB is doing this kind of webinar to practitioners like you, or probably those who are just interested in real estate. Okay? So let me share with you the vision of MBRB. So hindi naman po siya nakakaiyak. Pero this is very powerful because MBRB is committed to empower the members to become the most competent and professional real estate practitioners that we can be. Yun po yung ginagawa niya. By engaging each member with the MBRB culture and solidarity, vibrant fellowship, and adherence to ethical standards, and equipping them personal and professional growth and development through formal and non-formal learning, and providing avenues for networking and sharing of best industry practices. So, ako po, I have been a member of Parab for at least 5 years already. I am a licensed real estate broker, and I must say that so far, ang malaki po yung natulong ng MBRB sa akin in terms of talent development, in terms of skills, in terms of, ang dami pong nagawa nun sa pagiging real estate. So ngayon, I just want to share with you that in Marikina Valley, it's not just about closing deals, it's not just about meeting clients, pero masaya rin po rito. So with that, I would like to share with you a video of one of the milestones that we had last year, 2019, where MVRB just turned 30th. We celebrated our 30th year, our anniversary. Okay, so let me share with you this one fun event. I hope everyone can see.
Happy anniversary! 30th anniversary!
My name is Cesar G. Gallardo. I'm a member of the Marikina Valley Realtors Board. Since then, this is the third anniversary. I am very proud to be a member of this organization, Realtors. It gave me a lot of opportunities, also for financial gains. I never had a second thought that I'm proud to be a member of the board. I'm Joe Cruz. I was the president of MBRB in 2010. Because of that, we were able to buy the office at City Land Condominium. And thank God for this opportunity. And thank
They said na kinahanglangan daw mas maraming sayawan kasi sa programa. So, diba nyo, pinakain nyo na namin kayo. Pinagsayaw, pinakain, mamaya magkakain nyo naman. Because we look at the 30th anniversary as the dancing of the senior citizens MBI. I would like to thank my board for having done everything and supporting me this kind of undertaking.
All right. So with that, so thank you so much. So ngayon po, I would like to introduce po yung ating, of course, we'll go through the meat of the meeting. So I would like to introduce to you our speaker. So Mr. Ronald is a deal maker coach. So he helps professionals build more than seven plus figure portfolios that provide cash and passive income. He is the author of No Money Down Formula in Real Estate. He is also a regular speaker for the Think Rich Pinoy seminars, Real Estate Investing Summit, and now MBRB. So he is also the father of Joseph and Janina, and a husband of Weng. So sila pong mag-asawa, they are both real estate brokers, and we are proud to say that they are members of Pareb MBRB. So take it away, Mr. Ronald.
Yun, parang si Herman Moreno. Okay, good afternoon. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this MBRB special webinar. Okay, and this afternoon I'll be talking about how do you become an influential broker or an influential deal maker. So for me, I just like the term deal maker because it's someone who makes deals for themselves, but also helps people make deals, helps buyers and sellers make great deals. We will be focusing on how to create a personal brand that generates sales leads. And so since most of you naman, I'm sure that most of you are brokers and salespeople, so we will not be talking about salesmanship or closing sales. That will be a topic for another session in the future. So right now, this is more about generating leads and creating a personal brand that generates sales leads. And we'll talk about why do we need to do that during this tough time. So here is a quick overview of what we will be dealing with or what we'll be talking about. First, why build an influential personal brand? Okay, why? Because there is an unfair advantage when you are an influential deal maker. Okay, next is I'm going to share with you a one-sentence persuasion formula. Now, in one sentence, I'm going to share with you, how do you make others do your bidding? How do you influence other people to do what you want them to do? And in our case, since we are in the sales field, we are in the selling field, of course, we want them to engage with our marketing messages, engage with our sales messages, and ultimately, we want them to buy the properties that we are selling. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a formula, persuasion formula, to get people to do just that. Okay, then I'm going to share with you ano ba yung skills? Ano yung skills that you need to become influential online. Okay, so online yung focus natin. Meron tayong mga skills na kailangan pag-aralan. Then saan mo dadalhin yung influence mo online? Ano yung mga channels na pwede mong pasukin or kailangan mong pasukin? And I'm going to talk about building media machines. And so very important na sa digital world, you need to have media assets that will help you spread your influence. Okay, then number five, once you have those assets, how do you expand your influence, without doing a lot of additional work? And so important rin kasi that we want to, syempre meron tayo, di ba, sa Facebook natin, meron tayong mga friends, meron tayong connections, and meron tayong sariling network. But to go beyond that, you need to learn to expand your influence online. And then finally, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the business model of an influential deal maker. How do you generate multiple streams of income? Now, very important to have multiple streams of income, especially now na our major sources of income are being prevented, from being, practiced. So a lot of people are experiencing na, yun nga, may mga benta na hindi natutuloy, 'di ba? Merong mga buyers na nagba-back out, merong mga pending, no, willing silang maghintay, pero yun lang hindi natin ma-consummate dahil nga sarado ang mga government offices, kumbaga walang makakilos. And so, how do you create a business model that will help you sustain yourself, in this business or in this kind of environment that we have right now? Okay, so I hope this is interesting for you. Looking at this outline, can you let me know if this is interesting? Just let me know with a quick yes and sa chat box. And kung hindi naman interesting, then I would suggest feel free, diba? Feel free to step out already kasi ayoko naman masayang yung time ninyo. Okay, so I respect your time. Okay. Right, so we have guys, ayan, so Renato, Dante, Andrew, thank you. Okay, thank you guys, for kahit tatlo lang kayo interested, happy na ako. All right, so let us move forward a little bit about myself. No, I'm just like you guys. No, I'm a real estate broker, and I'm pretty sure that some of you are probably better than I am, and I'll show you why. Number one, I don't have special advantages. I come from a poor family, an ordinary family. My father was a security guard, and my mother was a public school teacher. And so I don't have a famous family name. I don't have connections. And in fact, I didn't even reach the top of the real estate selling field. I was never a top salesperson for any developer. So wala akong awards when it comes to sales. And I'm a shy introvert. So actually, I was a chemical engineering graduate. And after graduation, I went into IT because I'd rather work with computers rather than talk to people. So ganun po ako kamahiyain. And kapag may mga social gatherings, normally nandun lang ako sa mga kakilala ko. I don't usually mix around. Yan. But of course, as a real estate broker, I've already learned na kailangan nakikipag-network, nakikipagkilala. So I have to overcome that until this day. Until this day, I have to overcome being shy and an introvert. So I'm not really special, but what I found is I'm a little bit influential na. So because I've been invited to speak on stage, I've been invited, on radio shows, and mostly the key to that was because I wrote this book, No Money Down Formula in Real Estate, and a lot of people had very good feedback on the book. Some people who've read the book have already made deals on their own, nag-benefit na sila, and that has actually allowed me, to go on stage, to be invited into these big events where there are real estate investors, like itong Real Estate Investing Summit. People who go there, these are investors. These are people who are looking to buy. So that's why it's very important that you become influential, that you become an influential deal maker, because it will give you the opportunity, to speak in front of potential buyers. And so, how do you do that? Okay, how do you do that? Now, some of you have these questions. Why is it important to have a personal brand? What are the effective ways to have quality leads? Yan. So ito yung mga sasagutin. Ito yung mga sasagutin natin na questions. How to generate trust in clients, effective online selling during and after ECQ, how can we mitigate the effects of this crisis in our practice, and very important, in this new normal, how will you stand out among the crowd if almost all the sellers are already using online platform? 'Di ba? Dahil nga lahat tayo online na. So ngayon, lahat na ng seller, 'di ba? Hindi natin alam kung meron ba kayong stats, Miss Vivian, kung ilan na ang licensed na real estate brokers and salespeople. 'Di ba? Baka mamaya nasa 100,000 na tayo all over the Philippines. So how do you stand out among the crowd? Okay, kung lahat is nasa online na. Okay? So you're going to have to ask yourself, diba, what's your strategy for generating leads during and post-COVID? So maybe just a quick survey lang. What are you thinking right now? Especially since you've probably attended a lot of webinars already. Ano yung mga naiisip nyo na strategy na gagawin ninyo once the ECQ is lifted, or kahit ngayon, no, kahit ngayon na nandito kayo, ano yung mga strategy nyo ngayon for generating leads? Can you let me know? Can you type in the chat box, what are you doing right now, to generate leads? And are you still posting sa mga property websites? Are you sending emails to your email list? Ganyan. Ano yung mga strategy na ginagawa nyo ngayon? Okay, can you let me know in the chat box? All right, si Galaxy Tab A is creating an FB page and for the realty business. Okay, sige. What else? What else are you doing or are you thinking of doing? Melanie is doing social media marketing. All right, so yan yung kanyang focus for during the ECQ and after. Okay, improving my digital self-image. Okay, so yan, parang medyo related tayo, no? Improving your personal brand. And reaching out to old clients. Yes, so very important that we keep in touch with old clients, existing clients, because usually your number one source, di ba, mga repeat buyers. And okay, and give service to old and new clients as much as possible, without a fee. Wow, ang bait naman ni, ang bait ni Miss Marie, the President Marie Sagin. Okay, JR is increasing my LinkedIn network connections. All right, so yeah, LinkedIn is an interesting platform. You will probably like one of my examples later, JR. I have a LinkedIn example that I will share with you later. All right, so um, posting, listing, leasing properties in Carousel and Facebook Marketplace. All right, so thank you for sharing some of your strategies. So all of these strategies are all viable, but I would like you to think, how can you fit them into this overall na strategy that I will share with you, this afternoon. Yeah, because some property consultants are doing it the wrong way. Okay, so or some salespeople are doing it the wrong way. Kasi sometimes I get messages na they introduce themselves that they are part of this so and so company, or they are working in this area, and kung interested ako sa properties nila, diba, mag-reply lang ako sa message. Yan. So maraming ganyan na nagme-message sa akin. So kumbaga hindi ko pa sila kilala, gusto na nila akong bentahan. Diba, parang ano yun, parang nakikipag first date ka, tapos sinasabi mo na pwede ba tayo magpakasal. Diba? So parang ganun yung parang ganun yung ginagawa ng some salespeople online. So I hope that's not you. I hope hindi kayo nagpo-push agad ng product, because that's what they're doing. They're pushing product, so instead of pulling the buyers in. Because remember, people don't like to be sold, but they like to buy. Gusto nila mag-shopping, pero ayaw nila na binibentahan sila, especially online. So are you a pushy consultant or are you an influential consultant? Yan. So kailangan tingnan natin yung sarili natin. Yung strategy nyo ba is, are you pushing people to buy from you? And sometimes that works. Okay? So especially kung matagal ka na in real estate. So I'm pretty sure for you, kung gumagana yan sa'yo, then go ahead, continue that. But that will not help you to stand out. Okay, that will not help you become an influential consultant kasi hindi siya scalable. No, you cannot expand, the pushing. Kumbaga online, hindi mo siya limited ka dun sa time mo ng pag-push. Alright, so kailangan magdagdag ka. You need to add a strategy where you are influencing people not to buy from you or to at least to contact you. Yeah, and so the the thing that I'd like you to think about is, are you an influential deal maker? Yeah. Can you influence people, to do what you want them to do online? And so at the end of this talk, I hope that this is something that you would like to say yes to and in the future. Okay, so and how do you become influential and generate sales along the way? Well, first you need to understand, diba, what is the advantage? Ano ba yung unfair advantage ng influential deal maker? And this is important kasi it's going to take you a lot of work. So this is not instant. Hindi siya nabibuild overnight. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of things that you will have to learn and do before you can get there. And a lot of salespeople uh, medyo hesitant pag sinabi mo maraming kailangan gawin, baka masakang oras ko dyan, bebenta na lang ako. And so I hope that's not you. And I'm sure that's not you because you're here. You're interested in building a personal brand. So why make the effort? Because there are certain advantages. First is recognition, market recognition. When you do this correctly, when you do this right, your target will know you and you will be top of mind to your target market. Kahit hindi mo sila kilala. And the thing right now is you're probably limited to the people you know, your network. And so sila, syempre, dahil kaibigan mo sila, kilala mo sila, lalo na kung nagsisimula ka pa lang, sila pa lang yung nakakakilala sa'yo. Kung sino yung mga na-message mo, sino yung naka-interact mo, sila pa lang yung nakakakilala sa'yo. But when you are an influential deal maker, when you're an influential broker, kahit hindi mo pa sila kilala, ikaw, kilala ka na nila. And that's a huge advantage. Okay? And you're not seen as a sales agent. Okay? Kasi kahit sabihin mong, broker ako. Minsan nga, di ba, brokers, hindi ko alam kung makaka-relate ka, no? Minsan brokers have to explain na hindi ho kami agent, broker kami. Kailangan explain mo pa yung difference between an agent or a broker. Pero sa public kasi, di ba, sa publiko, they don't see the difference. Ano ba yung difference ng broker sa agent? To them, lahat tayo agent. Lahat tayo nagbebenta lang ng property. Yan. But when you are an influential deal maker and you have authority, so you are not seen as an agent, but as a respected resource person. So in fact, tatawagin ka pa nilang ma'am, tatawagin ka nilang sir. Sila yung bibili sa'yo, pero sila yung nagsuserve sa'yo. Diba? So this is another unfair advantage. The tables are flipped around. And yung mga CEO, yung mga top executive ng mga companies, kahit mas mayaman pa sila sa'yo, they would see you as an authority. Okay. And then finally, it opens doors for opportunities to promote your services on big events and on media. Tulad nung na-share ko kanina, I've been invited on stage, I've been invited on radio to talk about real estate, to talk about the wonderful benefits of investing in real estate. So if you are influential, that opens doors for you. Kasi kung hindi ka influential, the only way that you can get on the stage to speak is to spend money as a sponsor. Kailangan magbayad ka sa kanila. You need to be a sponsor in the event. Kukuha ka ng booth, magbabayad ka, mag-invest ka para makapag-talk ka ng 15 minutes at sasabihin pa ng host na this is a word from our sponsors. So syempre, yung audience pag sinabi word from our sponsors, commercial to. So iba diyan tatayo na, pupunta na ng CR o kukuha ng tubig. Hindi sila makikinig kasi commercial to eh. 'Di ba? So minsan ang hirap na nag-i-invest ka tapos hindi nila pinapansin or maaring hindi ganoon ka ganda yung take up ng investment mo dun sa event na yon kasi hindi ka seen as an influential resource person. It's different. Kasi kapag influential ka, makikinig sila sa'yo. Okay, makikinig sila sa'yo when you're on stage. hindi sila pupunta sa CR. In fact, pipigilan nila pipigilan nila yung need na pumunta sa CR para lang mapakinggan ka. So that is the unfair advantage. That is, the reason why I would highly encourage you, to build a personal brand that is influential. All right. Okay, and ito yung ito yung advantage even in times of crisis. I get emails like this. No, 2 weeks ago I sent out an email. I'm not selling anything. I'm just asking, are you ready? Diba? Are you ready in this in this times of crisis? Because this is the best time to get ready to buy real estate. There's going to be a transfer of wealth, from those who are not ready to those who are ready. So I get replies like this, diba? I'm ready. I would like to know what opportunities are there in real estate. Yeah, makakatanggap ka ng ganyang email. So kumbaga yung buyers mo ngayon, sila na yung nagsasabi, Ronald or Vivian, Marie, Algin, Andrew, yes, I'm ready. Meron ka bang good deals dyan? And so that is the advantage, the unfair advantage. Sila na yung tumatawag sa'yo. Sila yung nag-i-email sa'yo. And so si Emeline nga hindi pa niya alam na real estate broker ako, 'di ba? So sasabi niya, I want to invest in real estate. Kasi normally when I send out emails, for me, my personal brand is I am a teacher and I am a trainer. And that's really, that's what I love to do. So I train more, I train first, then later on, no, I have the option, to sell to people who are interested, to invest, to work with me as an investor. But for me, my main thing is I train people first. I train investors to look for good deals, and it could be different for you. So iba-iba tayo ng personal brand. But if you have an influential brand, sila yung magiging open sila. Okay, magiging open sila sa message mo. And that is one of the questions, how do you build trust? Diba? How do you build trust with your audience? Well, when you are an authority, when you are an influential person, they will automatically trust you. They will automatically trust the things that you say. Okay. So how do you become that? Diba? How do you become a person of influence, someone that can persuade people to do your bidding? So I'm going to share with you a principle, muna, the principles of influence. First is you really need to understand what drives your market. What are their motivations for buying? Okay, you need to understand that because that is the root of, that should be parang yung foundation ng marketing message mo. And this actually comes from the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This book is not normally seen as a marketing book, diba? Hindi ito marketing book, this is a leadership book. But one of the habits of highly effective people is to seek first to understand, then be understood. Okay, so seek first to understand, then be understood. I think that is habit number 5, kung hindi ako nagkakamali. So it's the same in marketing. It's the same for leadership, but it's also the same for marketing. First, you need to understand what drives your market, especially now during these tough times. Ano ba yung nasa isip nila? So the people who are thinking na, oy, survival mode ako, medyo nakakatakot mag-invest ngayon. Yun yung mga ano nila, yun yung mga fears, yun yung nararamdaman nila. So you need to first seek to understand that, bakit nila nararamdaman yun. And then it's going to be your time to influence them. Okay, how do you influence them? You follow this persuasion formula from Blair Warren, because people will do anything for those who encourage their dreams, justify their failures, allay their fears, confirm their suspicions, and help them throw rocks at their enemies. And if you need to screenshot this, or if you need to save this, hanapin nyo sa Google and do so, because this is probably the most important technique that you will learn in this webinar. Kahit ito lang yung sundin mo No, you encourage their dreams. Diba? Ano ba yung pangarap nila? Ano ba ang pangarap ng mga tao na bumibili ng real estate? Some of them, gusto lang nila na magkaroon ng sariling bahay. Matagal na sila nagre-rent. 20 years na sila nagre-rent. Gusto naman nila magkaroon ng sariling bahay. Yun yung pangarap nila. Diba? Encourage that. Encourage that. And Yung iba, pangarap nila magkaroon ng sarili nilang kondo para maipakita nila na they have arrived. 'Di ba? Para sa pride naman nila. And those of you who have been here in the real estate industry for a long time, probably have encountered people like this. 'Di ba? Bumibili sila ng property para status symbol. And so you need to encourage their dreams. To make them buy from you, encourage their dreams. Pero kailangan alam mo muna kung ano yung dream nila. Diba? That's where doing that market research comes in. Kailangan you understand your target market. Dapat alam mo rin kung ano yung failures nila when it comes to investing in real estate. Kasi you need to justify their failures for them. Hindi nila kasalanan yun. Okay? If you think about it, diba, who would you rather approach? Someone who would justify your failure or someone na sasabihin, you deserve that, no? Kasalanan mo yan kasi ganito yung ginawa mo eh. Diba? You cannot influence people kapag sinasabi mo kasalanan nila yung failure nila. But when you help them justify their failures, then you can influence them. And you have to allay their fears. Kung ano yung, lalo na ngayong environment na COVID, you have to tell them that everything will be all right. This situation, while it may take a long time, right, it's going to be solved eventually. Diba? Kasi hindi naman permanent tong virus na to. Makakahanap yan ng cure, makakahanap yan ng solution. Diba? Sa Taiwan nga, na-control nila yung na-control nila yung virus nang hindi sila nagla-lockdown. Diba? So kayang i-control itong virus na to. So you need to allay their fears because if you are able to overcome your fear, you will have that amazing opportunity to buy good value real estate during this epidemic. So I hope you're getting it. I hope guys know you're getting how important this particular sentence is. This one sentence. Actually, kahit ito lang yung webinar natin pwede na tayong hindi umalis sa slide na to because you can slice this particular sentence in many ways. But if you master this sentence, you will become influential. And even you can apply this even when you're closing the sale. Diba? When you're answering objections, you apply this particular formula and confirm their suspicions, help them throw rocks at their enemies. Yung help them throw rocks at their enemies, ibig sabihin, kinakampihan mo sila at tinutulungan mo sila, binibigyan mo sila ng armas para yung mga kalaban nila, whether it's real or imaginary, kumbaga parang kinakampihan mo sila. Yun, help them throw rocks at their enemies. And so that's how you influence people. First, that's how you influence them online, but that's also how you can influence them to buy from you. Okay? So I hope that is helpful. I hope that helps you, figure out how you can become, a better marketer, a better salesperson. Okay, we're going to use that in when you're developing your channels of influence. But before we get to that, you need to develop a few skills. Okay, so I'm going to talk about ano yung mga skills na kailangan nyo i-develop. These are required skills for online influence, and they may not be the skills that yung iniisip nyo ngayon. Number one, I would recommend that you learn copywriting. Kahit mag-aral lang kayo ng copywriting. Yan. Itong copywriting, pwede kayong mag-hire. Kung hindi kayo masyadong magaling magsulat, pwede kayong mag-hire ng tinatawag na copywriter. But I would still encourage you na intindihin nyo siya, okay, para makikita nyo kung yung copywriter ninyo does a great job at writing copy. Yung copy kasi, that's a technical term in advertising. Yung mga sales letter nyo, yung mga advertisement, yung lahat ng salita doon, ang tawag doon, copy. Kaya siya tinatawag na copywriting. It's a skill for writing marketing messages. And this is the one skill that moves hearts and wallets online. And para mapabili mo sila online, you need to learn excellent copywriting. Okay. Next, you also want to learn how to do branding. How do you brand yourself? Because when you do this right, you will create a following that generates leads. So branding is not just the logo. It's not just your clothes. No, not just the clothes that you wear, or not just your website. No, it's everything about you. How do you how do people know you online? Ano yung pagkakakilala nila sa iyo? That is your personal brand. And kapag naano mo yan, kapag na-distill mo yan into a tagline that resonates with people, then they're going to know you. Then they're going to associate things with you. Will they associate real estate with you? Will they associate good real estate deals with you? And so that those are the questions that you need to ask, when you do your branding. Okay. And then next, you also need to understand that online, meron tayong sinusunod na conversion funnel. Conversion funnel. This is how you turn strangers to buyers. Meron silang pinagdadaanan. It's actually also the same, offline, but online this is more measurable. Measurable tong exercise na to. So you just need to understand, how do you convert people from being total strangers into fans and into buyers. Okay. So merong strategy niya. And then finally, you need to learn how to master presentations. Online presentations like this. You've probably attended a lot of webinars already. Maybe you can check, there are some webinars na, wow, ang ganda, ang galing ng speaker. Then merong mga webinars na okay lang, medyo lang, medyo boring yung speaker. Kaya, so attend a lot, attend a lot of webinars. But for you to stand out, you need to master online presentations. So don't just make a presentation, because you need to make a presentation that influences your audience to move, that influences your buyers, to make a move for their wallets, right? And or click buy here, or sign on the contract. And so yan yung mga skills, required skills that I would encourage you, to learn, especially during this pandemic. Learn copywriting, learn how to brand yourself, learn how the conversion funnel works, and learn how to make awesome presentations online. But if there is one thing that I would encourage you to learn, it's going to be copywriting. And so, because when you learn proper copywriting, you'll be able to create mga posts that go viral across your social platforms, and introduces you, to your audience as an influencer, or as a someone that they should listen to. So like for this particular post in LinkedIn, si JR kanina sabi niya he's connecting to people in LinkedIn. I created this, I made this post 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago lang to. So as of Tuesday, May 12, 2020. So kumbaga more or less mga 1.5 weeks. 1.5 weeks na siya. So it got 46,000 views in LinkedIn, 94 reactions, 74 comments 1 week after posting in LinkedIn. So I've been tracking kasi some of my posts minsan nakakakuha lang ng 500 views, 600 views, merong 1,000, 2,000 views. Pero ito yung talagang sumabog, naging 47,000, and people, different people from all over the world, were interacting, on this particular post. And because of the power of copywriting, the thing naman with copywriting, meron na yung mga templates. So hindi to original. This was not an original post na sinulat ko from scratch. Meron akong template na sinunod, and after following that copywriting template, I was able to do this particular post. So that's why, if there's one thing that I would encourage you, to learn online, it's really this skill, the power of copywriting. And kung halimbawa medyo masyado na kayong busy, to learn about copywriting, then find a good copywriter. Yun. So anyway, kung marami naman kayong budget, 'di ba? Find a good copywriter. Okay. Now, so once you have, once you've developed the skills, once you understand your target market, you need to know where they are. Diba? You need to know where to influence them, and you need to build media machines that spread your influence. So you have to think of like yung kanina, merong isa nagsabi, he's building a Facebook page. And so yung Facebook page, that is your media asset that you are building. Now, these are the assets that I would recommend you build online. First is your email list. So your email list is probably one of the most important channels of influence because email is one-on-one focused conversation. Yan. Sa social media kasi, ang daming distraction. 'Di ba? Daming mga ano dyan. Merong mga nagra-rant against the government. 'Di ba? Merong mga memes, yan, mga memes nila Kim Chu. 'Di ba? The law of the classroom. And, ano pa ba? So maraming distraction. Maraming mga ads. 'Di ba? Ang daming ad, mga kalaban nyo na seller nandyan, nasa Facebook. So I won't while social media is one of the channels of influence, the most important for me is email. So if there's one channel na kailangan i-focus nyo, it's going to be email. Kasi one-on-one yan eh. Walang ads dyan, walang distraction. It's just you and your reader. It's one-on-one na scalable. Di ba? One-on-one yan, pero pwedeng i-send mo to 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 people. Pero kahit 10,000 people yun, one-on-one conversation pa rin yan. And so that is the power of email. Okay. Next is social media. So social media will be your personal megaphone. And it will depend on you kung saang channel. Most people are in Facebook. So karamihan ng mga residential buyers, yan, kung yan ang market nyo, OFW, kung yan yung market nyo, malamang nasa social media sila. So they're probably on Facebook, they're probably on Instagram. And LinkedIn is also a social media platform. If you want to target professionals, then you have to be in LinkedIn. That's how you broadcast. Diba? That's how you will broadcast to people that don't know you. Kung wala ka pang email nila, syempre sa social media yung posible na isang touch point or way for you to interact, with your target audience. Okay. The next is video. If you're not yet on video, you have to be on video because the young generation, yan ang go-to media nila. They would rather watch a video than read a marketing message or read a sales letter. Diba? So instead of making them read something, go make them watch a video. Yan. So sometimes, pwede mo silang pag-combine, di ba? Yung video mo, pwede mong i-share sa social media. Yung video mo, pwede mong i-send through email. Yan. And ang maganda naman ngayon, you can upload your video either in Facebook or you can upload it in YouTube. Or pwede both. Diba? Pwede naman both. But very important that you need to have video, especially if you want to influence people online. The fourth channel of influence is something that may be surprising for you. Okay, it's a book. Okay, you need to have a book if you want to be influential. Diba sabi ko nga kanina, I was invited. I got on stage. I got to radio because of my book, No Money Down Formula in Real Estate. Because the book makes you an instant authority. And so kung halimbawa, hindi ka kilala ng tao, well, magsulat ka ng book. And when that book is well received, when it sells a lot of copies, pag maraming tao yung na-interest dyan, you become an instant authority. And when you are an authority, people will instantly trust you. Okay. Or at the very least, they will be less, diba? Hindi nila isipin na bebenta mo sila. Kasi, book author ka. And, okay? Next, webinars, seminars, and webinars. And that is a top channel of influence. Ang dami nating webinars ngayon. So now overwhelm ang tao sa mga webinars. That's why you need to be highly effective, when you are making your presentations. But because this is a highly effective platform, a webinar is a highly effective platform. You can talk to a captive audience like itong Zoom. Diba? Zoom has a capacity of 100. Kung Facebook Live yan, wala ka nang isipin pagdating sa capacity. Whether it's Facebook Live, Instagram Live, or YouTube Live, diba, pwede. But ako personally, I prefer in a room like this kasi yun nga walang masyadong distraction. Diba? Walang mga notification na lumalabas. Diba? So I would encourage you learn to conduct webinars and to educate your audience, because that is one way, di ba, to influence them. If you remember yung formula natin, di ba? Encourage their dreams. When you're creating a webinar, you encourage their dream. Di ba? You allay their fears when they're in the webinar. You use data to allay their fears. You know, you show case studies to allay their fears. No? So yung formula na yon, yung persuasion formula that I shared with you earlier, you use them in your channels. You use them in email, you use them in social media, in video, in your book, in making webinar presentations, and when buyers go to do online research or SEO. And although itong SEO, nilagay ko na siya sa number 6 kasi medyo technical to. So I wouldn't encourage you to go too much or to dive too much into SEO kasi medyo technical na siya. So unless gusto niyo talagang siyang pag-aralan, kasi nagawa niyo na yung first 5, 'di ba? So yun na lang yung encouragement ko. Kung nagawa niyo na yung first 5, then go ahead and study SEO or search, or at least hire a person, no, hire a freelancer to do this for you, because buyers will still do their research naman. 'Di ba? Hindi natin mapipigilan yun eh. People will search for the best deal. People will search for the best option for them. So if you are not online, where if your website is not discoverable online, then you need to learn how to do that as well. Okay. But if kung merong priority is number 1, email. Okay. So how about for how about for you guys? So just curious, out of these 6 channels of influence, alin dito yung gusto nyong matutunan pa in the future? Okay, so I won't be diving deep na into these 6, but say in the future, ano yung mas gusto nyong matutunan? So I just want to have a feel kung ano yung preference ninyo. Okay, preference ninyo in the future. Okay. Can you let me know in the chat box? Please type into the chat box. What do you prefer? You prefer email, social media, video? And see, Andrew prefers video. Galaxy Tab A prefers video. And what else? How about the others? Okay. Ria and Algene. Ayan, so dadami yung mga vlogger natin. Ha? Vlogger na broker pa. Okay, so okay, number 4, Melanie would like to learn how to write a book. Bernardo, sa social media siya. Renato, books and seminars. All right. So there, at least I'm giving you something that you can, focus your efforts on. Okay. All right. So once you have number 5, once you've developed your skills of influence, you have built your channels of influence, you've built your media assets, di ba? Meron ka ng book, meron ka ng webinar, meron ka ng email list, meron ka ng mga videos na nagawa mo na, or meron ka ng social media platform na meron ka ng audience, and you want to expand. Di ba? Gusto mo siyang padamihin or palaguin without doing much work. Then you need to learn advertising or paid advertising. Okay, this is where Facebook ads come in. So Facebook ads is possibly, the most budget-friendly advertising platform online right now. Kasi kung LinkedIn yan, mahalang LinkedIn. Google search, mahalang Google search. So at least in my experience, Facebook ads is the most cost-effective, cost-friendly, budget-friendly way to spread, your influence. So just last week, I conducted this webinar, how to buy real estate with no money down. I ran an ad in Facebook. So it's free webinar about how to buy real estate with little or no money down, because that is my message. But that's why I wrote the book, No Money Down Formula, because I teach people how to do this, buying with little or no cash, of their own. So itong particular ad na to drew 155 reactions. So maraming tao yung nag-react. They liked it, they loved it, or napawaw sila. 43 commented, nag-comment sila how. Yun lang yung mga minsan nakakainis. Nakalagay na dyan na click mo lang yung link, pero magtatanong pa rin sila ng how or magtatanong pa rin sila ng details. So anyway, okay lang yan, sagutin mo lang. And ang nakakatuwa dito, this is an advertisement, di ba? So, gumawa ako ng ad, pero sinishare ng tao. Di ba? Sinishare ng ibang tao sa mga kakilala nila. So, na-excite sila. That's what happens when you have fans or when you feeling sikat na tuloy ako no? Meron akong fans. But yun, when you're influential kasi, when you're influential, when you're helping people, diba, they'll be excited to spread your message. And so if you do this correctly, your advertising will actually become cheaper for you. Kasi makikita ng Facebook, nag-engage yung mga tao, gusto nila to, gusto nila tong ad na to. Sige nga, hayaan ko si advertiser na spread tong message na to. Ganun yung algorithm ni Facebook. And this was actually my first ad that I did myself. Okay, so this is the first time that I created an ad for a free webinar. So hindi ko pa siya ginawa before. So medyo nagulat rin ako dun sa result. Okay, so in 4 days ko lang pinatakbo yung promotion. I spent 2,259 pesos, so 2,200 pesos, and got 710 webinar leads. 710. So nagka-problema nga ako no, kasi yung Zoom ko, 100 people lang yung pwede sa account. Diba? Hindi ko na naisip na broadcast ko siya sa Facebook Live, sa Facebook page ko. Para yung 600, mapapanood pa rin nila doon. I chose to just keep it within Zoom. So 710 leads for 2,259. That's 3 pesos per lead. Diba? If you got this result, diba, kahit isang benta ka lang dito, diba? Isang benta ka lang, bawi na yung 2,259 mo. Okay? So, yun. I encourage you, build your influence. Diba? Build your influence. Kasi kapag andali na siyang i-expand, once nakaset up na yung influence mo, andali niyang i-scale, andali niyang i-expand using Facebook advertising. Okay? All right. And then finally, ito na yung last portion natin. I'm going to talk about the business model of an influential deal maker. Ano yung multiple streams of income that you can have? Well, of course, ang number one goal natin dito is to get qualified leads. Diba? Qualified leads. And yung qualified, paano ba, Ronald, paano ba natin malalaman kung qualified sila? Yung para makakuha ka ng qualified leads kasi, you need to understand the market. So babalik tayo dun sa understanding, di ba? You need to understand the market first. And then craft a marketing message that will appeal to that market. Di ba? Kung ang market mo ay CEO, dapat yung market message mo pang CEO. Kung ang target market mo ay mga OFW, dapat yung language mo is pang OFW. At nagiging qualified lead sila because targeted yung message mo eh. When you learn proper copywriting, when you learn proper market research, qualified leads yung lalapit sa'yo. Okay? And you can always tell them. You can always tell them in your marketing message na itong property na to is this much. Ganito ang down payment niyan. Ganito ang terms niyan. And so if this is something that appeals to you, reply to this email. So kapag nag-reply sila, they automatic qualified sila. Dahil sinulat mo naman doon yung kung ano yung hinahanap mo for that particular promotion. All right? So this is still going to be your main source of income, qualified leads, so sales from your property sales. And yun nga, kung makita nyo naman out of 700 leads, kahit isang benta ka lang, bawi na, di ba? Bawi na yung lahat ng effort na ginawa mo. Okay? Next is, kung halimbawa ma-encourage kang sumulat ng book, then meron kang book sales. Di ba? Makakapagbenta-benta ka ng book. Now, this book sales will not make you rich. But if you advertise your book online, at least meron ka ng pambayad ng ads mo. Di ba? Hindi ka na nag-out of pocket. Kasi yung pag-close ng property, di ba, medyo matagal yan eh. Pwedeng next month pa yan. Pwedeng 2 months down the line pa bago ma-release yung commission mo or 3 months. Lalo na kung ano yan. Kung nasa property selling ka, baka medyo matagal-tagal pa bago ma-release yung commission mo. So it's good to have other sources of income. And when you're selling books, at the very least, na may maintain mo or nasusustain mo yung Facebook ads mo. So yan yung magiging purpose ng book sales. Then you can also sell online training, which is what I do. Diba? I train investors. Okay, and it becomes an added source of passive income. You train them while they're still, kabang hindi pa sila ready to buy, you train them until they become buyers. Okay, so just a disclaimer lang. For me, I don't sell to my students. And so I encourage them to become their own investor. But later on, pwede naman ako mag-offer, and it's up to them if they want to buy. But in my particular business model, I don't see my students as qualified leads. So kahit mag-training lang sila, okay na sa akin yan. Okay, but it can be different for you. Because for you, you can educate your market. Depende sa ano mo. Depende sa approach mo. Maybe you can offer a low cost na training program, 'di ba? How to own your first home, for example. Pwedeng gumawa ka ng training, bayad sila ng 500 pesos or 700 pesos. Educate mo sila sa buong process. You get money right now, no, during the pandemic na hindi ka makapagbenta. And then you get money para pambayad mo sa ads mo. 'Di ba? Para tuloy-tuloy yung ads. 'Di ba? Hindi siya natatapos. Okay? And then, speaking engagements. Okay, so with speaking engagements, sa simula, yun lang, walang bayad. Diba? Walang bayad sa simula. So you have to speak for free. But then, you're allowed to sell from the stage. Diba? You can sell your books, you can sell your training, you can sell properties on stage. And nakakatuwa kasi, when you're a speaker, bibigyan ka nila ng free na table to sell your books and your training. And so hindi mo kailangan magbayad ng sponsorship. Of course, kung gusto mo malalaking tarpaulin, 'di ba? Kung gusto mong mailagay dun sa ano nila, dun sa program nila and all that, syempre, mas maganda kung mag-sponsor ka rin. Pero ang maganda diyan is kung nag-sponsor ka, tapos resource speaker ka during the event, 'di ba? Hindi ka commercial, 'di ba? Hindi ka word from our sponsors. So hindi aalis yung mga tao kasi makikinig sila dun sa pakikinggan mo. So mas masusulit mo yung sponsorship na binabayad mo in your events, in the events that you participate in. Okay, so the business model of an influential deal maker. So majority of your income will still come from property sales, but you'll have some income from book sales, from online training, to at the very least, to sustain your marketing efforts and continues to expand, your reach, to your target audience. And then you get speaking engagements. In the beginning, you'll be speaking for free, pero at least hindi mo na kailangan mag-invest for sponsorship. But later on, 'di ba, habang sumisikat ka, you become a paid speaker na rin. Okay? But if you just have to commit. You just have to commit to the skills that you have to develop. So tulad ng sabi ko kanina, we'll review. You have to commit to learning copywriting, 'di ba? You have to learn to commit branding, because you cannot just be a real estate broker. So hindi enough yung real estate broker. You should have a personal brand, 'di ba? Anong klaseng broker ka ba? 'Di ba? Anong klaseng market yung sinaserve mo? And you also need to learn about the conversion funnel or the conversion strategy online. And then finally, you have to learn presentation mastery. All right. And then I hope that you see the full picture of what are the unfair advantages of being an influential deal maker. It's going to make your business that much more stable, in times of crisis, and even sustainable, diba? While others are struggling, to saan ba nila kukunin yung pera, or saan ba sila kukuha ng leads, diba? Wala kang struggle because you are influencing people. Now, even during this pandemic, your marketing machine is running even during this pandemic. All right. So paano yung step by step? How would you go through this? Well, it all begins with researching your target market. Kailangan kilala mo yung targets of influence mo. Okay, so you need to research your target. You need to develop your skills of influence. But if you, diba, kung masabi mo, medyo hindi na ako interested dyan, Ronald, Still, I would encourage you to study these skills para you learn how to hire the best people who will work for you. Okay? Because some of you, I'm sure meron na kayong budget, marami na kayong nabenta through the years, di ba? So just learn how to pick the right people who will spread your influence. Yeah, and then you need to create your assets of influence, diba? Your email list, your email strategy, your Facebook presence, LinkedIn presence, your book, at your webinar presentation. Yeah, and then step four, you build your channels of influence. Diba? When you have your assets, then you need to make those channels work for you or make those assets work for you. And finally, yeah, I'd encourage you, to expand. But once you have a working funnel, you expand that using Facebook advertising. Okay. All right. So to close, just to close, uh, being an influencer is worth it because you never know who you touch, but you never know who you will be able to help or how or when you'll have an impact on a person or how important your example can be to someone else. You see, when you become an influencer, you don't just sell, you actually change people's lives. And then you never know, you never know who you're able to, who you're able to help, especially during these tough times. So yan, galing yan kay Denzel Washington from his book, A Hand to Guide Me. And I encourage everyone, everyone in this call, um, to become an influencer, to become an influential broker, an influential uh, deal maker. Okay. And in the future, this is not yet I'll be coming up with a full course. So actually, I already proposed this not to a property developer. The reason I came up with this talk was wala naman ako talaga intention to talk about this topic. But because of the LinkedIn post that I showed you earlier, a top executive in one of the big developers in the country approached me and asked me to teach this to his sales force. So nagbigay na ako ng proposal sa kanya. I don't know if it will push through. Yan. But that gave me an idea, 'di ba? Bakit sila lang? 'Di ba? Bakit sila lang? And so when MVRB approached me to teach fellow brokers and agents, I came up with this training program, and wala pa siya. So I just want to tell you, hindi ko pa siya nagagawa, outline pa lang. Yan. But I've shown you the outline because this is what I do. This is what I have been doing until now, to build my own small sphere of influence. And hindi pa naman ako level ni Chinkitan, 'di ba, na million na yung million na yung nanonood. Hindi naman ganoon. Kaya actually tayo naman, hindi naman yun yung objective natin na maging sikat. Hindi naman. Ang objective lang natin is to be able to help, be able to help a few people own real estate, become their own, become property owners instead of renters, or become investors. So that's just personally, that's me. Now, if you want to join me in that journey, if you want to become an influential deal maker yourself, I request that you sign up, to this link para you get informed once the program is ready. Okay? Teka lang. Baka mas maganda kung i-copy ko siya dun sa chat box. Let me ano lang ano. And so I hope that's basically the end of my presentation. Let me know if you have any questions. I will be checking the chat box. Nakikita ko meron na, hindi ko pa lang nababasa. But in essence, that's it. If you have any questions, I think we have a few minutes to cover some of your questions. And hinahanap ko lang yung link. Ayan, yan. Para ma-post ko sa chat box. Okay, let me send to everyone. Ayan. So I already placed the link in the chat box. If you'd like to learn, how to do this, how do you develop those skills, how do you, how do you become a better copywriter, how do you do your own branding, um, how do you build your email list, etc. So I'll be sharing all of that in this program. And if you want to join me in that journey, please sign up to that list. Okay. And all right. If you have any questions, these are my contact details. Let me know kung ano yung mga questions. I'm now looking at the questions here. Okay, how many minutes is the ideal duration of a webinar? Um, siguro no more than 2 hours. Actually, yung 2 hours masyado na mahaba. Normally 1 hour. Enough na yon. You give 45 minutes for your talk, 45 minutes to an hour for your talk, and then about mga 15, 30 minutes for your questions. And para the audience then will have, will appreciate you more. Okay, so that was the question of Andrew. From the FB Live audience, what is the difference of copyright on regulation of intellectual property and other meaning of copyright? Yes. So, bukod sa different yung spelling, yung copyright na, 'di ba? Copyright Ronald Cagape. Ibig sabihin, ako yung owner nung book. So, alam mo, meron sa book ko, makikita mo copyright, for example. So, hindi siya pwedeng kopyahin ng ibang tao. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng copyright. Ganoon din yun sa website. Yung website mo, hindi yan dapat kinokopya ng ibang tao. Yun yung copyright. Ilalagay ko sa sa chat box yung copyright na yan yung para sa ownership ng intellectual property. Yung copywriting, okay, na ganito, yan, copywriting, ang ibig sabihin yan ay pagsulat. Yan yung writing of marketing messages. Okay, so that's the practice of writing marketing message. Kasi yung copy, yung word na copy, that is an advertising term. So yan ang tawag nila sa mga marketing message, the copy. Okay? Okay, what else? Why do you use your name as brand? Is it much better? It depends. Siyempre, you want to use your name para makilala ka nila, para hindi ka stranger. Diba? But you also want to attach something to your name para alam nila kung sino ka ba. Like ako, I attached the word deal maker. So I call myself a deal maker. But now I'll be transitioning kasi yung brand mo naman pwede mag-grow over time. Diba? So now I want to become the deal makers coach because I want to help my students, to make deals themselves. Okay? How to throw stones to my clients' enemies. Yung ibig sabihin lang doon is kakampihan mo sila. Kasi minsan, di ba, for example, merong mga buyer na naiinis sa mga developer na hindi tumutupad sa pangako nila. Di ba, ang ganda-ganda ng plano. Di ba? Pero later on, nalilate. Di ba? Nalilate ang delivery. Di ba? Or hindi maganda yung finishing, hindi maganda yung management. Di ba? So mag-agree ka lang. 'Di ba? Mag-agree ka lang and magbigay ka rin ng example na pareho. 'Di ba? Kasi mako-confirm mo yung suspicion niya. 'Yun, confirm their suspicion na ay, hindi pala maganda tong developer na to. Hindi lang pala ako nag-iisa. And so kapag ikaw yung source nun, 'di ba? Ikaw yung source ng information na 'yon, then they will trust you. Kasi ikaw yung tumulong sa kanila na lalong magalit dun sa sa hayop na na yon, na developer na yon. So ganun yung how do you throw rocks? How do you help your clients throw rocks at their enemies? But it doesn't have to be a developer. So hindi na necessarily na tao din yung enemy. 'Di ba? It could be other things. It could be a concept. For example, poverty. Poverty is an enemy. 'Di ba? To get out of poverty, you have to become a property owner. You have to do everything that you can para maging sarili mong bahay yung tinitiran mo. Huwag yung nagre-rent ka lang. Kasi yung landlord mo, siya lang yung mayaman, hindi ikaw. Diba? So poverty can be an enemy and you help people throw rocks at the enemy called poverty. Ayan. So, kumbaga, you give them ammunition, to hate their enemy more in a way, or to hate the concept even more. Pero kailangan yung enemy na yon is opposite mo. Hindi pwedeng kung sino-sino lang. Diba? Hindi pwedeng kung sino-sino kalaban lang. It should be an enemy na opposite mo. So for example, yung kanina, yung developer na hindi reliable, you represent a reliable, a reputable developer. Diba? Then, ikaw na ngayon yung kakampi niya. Yun yung natural, yun yung natural na reaction ng tao. Diba? Yung kalaban nila, syempre, the enemy of my friend is my friend. Tama ba? hindi ko alam kung tama yung sinasabi ko. Pero parang kapag tinulungan mo sila na awayin yung kakaaway nila, di nagiging magkaibigan na kayo. Yun. I think mas tama yung Tagalog explanation. Okay. Krista, for Facebook ads or other social media ads, do you have a guide on who to specifically target? Or is it better to target ads by location or by interests? So, definitely, kailangan you have to target, kung property yung binibenta mo, dapat by location. Because majority of buyers, property buyers in a location, nakatira din dun sa area na yun, or meron silang roots dun sa area na yun. So definitely, kung nagbebenta ka ng property, uunahin mo yung targeting by location. Ang maganda naman kasi sa Facebook, you can run multiple ads na iba-iba yung targeting. Diba? So meron kang budget for targeting by location, meron kang targeting by interest. Halimbawa, kung ang target, kunyari, ang gusto mong targetin is mga doktor. So, mag-target ka ng interest in the medical field, for example. Yan, para makuha mo yung target market mo. But it all begins with researching yung target market. Yan. So, so important na you know who your target market is. Okay? Okay, thank you. Thank you, James. Thank you, JR. Thank you, Edna. Okay, Vibs, how important joining a board like MVRB? Well, it immediately expands your network. And kasi hindi naman natin pwedeng hawakan lahat ng properties. Diba? At lalo na ako, for example, I may be in Marikina, pero sometimes may mga nagtatanong sa akin, lalo na pag ganyan, na influential ka na, then it's more important that you join a board. Kasi hindi mo kayang i-service lahat ng tao na i-inquire sa'yo. And so sa aking mga ka-MVRB, yun, I'm excited to do deals with you. Kasi meron magtatanong meron mag-inquire taga Quezon City. 'Di ba? Ayoko pang lumabas sa Quezon City, ang daming case doon eh. 'Di ba? So maghahanap ako ng taga Quezon City. 'Di ba? So ganoon, lalo na ngayon, 'di ba? To stay safe, you find brokers in different areas. Yan, that can help you make deals. Saka lalo na kapag bumalik na tayo ulit, na binuksan na ulit ang Metro Manila, di magiging traffic ulit, 'di ba? Baka nakalimutan nyo na traffic sa Metro Manila. So, ang hirap magbiyahe. 'Di ba? So, imbes na nagbabiyahe ka, 'di ba? Ibigay mo na, share mo na yung transaction. And join. 'Di ba? Join a board para automatically marami kang makikilalang mga brokers that you can make deals with. Okay. Okay. Ano pa? All right, thank you. Thank you for the feedback, Mark. Bernardo, so can I contact you to help me copyright my advertising of project or property? Once I release the program, yung Influential Dealmaker program, merong coaching doon, so I will coach you on copywriting and all that. But personally, I don't do copywriting. Okay, so hindi ako copywriter. Kasi kung i-hire mo ka ng copywriter, baka masyadong mahal. So, mahal ang sisingilin ko. Kaya i-coach ko na lang kayo or mag-hire na lang kayo ng ibang copywriter. Ayan. Okay, Melanie, do I have to do all the top channels to become a good influencer? I would encourage that you pick the channels first of your target market, kung ano yung preferred channel nila. Di ba kung mga bata, yung preferred channel mo, baka puro Instagram sila, ayaw na nila sa Facebook. So yun, medyo kailangan kilalanin mo muna sila. Di ba? Kung nasaang channel sila. You don't need to do everything. Diba? The good thing here is you don't need to do everything kasi baka ma-overwhelm ka. I would suggest, build it one channel at a time. Tapos, i-interconnect mo rin. Interconnect mo yung mga channels mo. But the reason why I say email should be your priority kasi it's something na pwede mo i-connect sa social media mo, di ba? Pwede mo sila i-direct sa email list mo. Pag pumunta ka sa another social media platform, i-direct mo sila sa email list mo. Kapag nagwe-webinar ka, i-direct mo sila sa email list mo. Like what I'm doing right now, di ba yung page that I showed you earlier, uh, this is how I'm building a list of brokers and agents. And so it's my first time to build a list for brokers and agents kasi normally investors lang ako na gumagawa ng email list. Yeah, but that's how you do it. When you do a webinar, you need to give them something that will encourage them, to sign up, to give their email to you. Okay. Are we going to see more webinars when we join MVRB? So yes. So I would encourage you guys. I would encourage you become a part of MVRB because I'll be doing more of this. So in fact, some of the modules in the influential deal maker, I will be doing inside MVRB. And so I would highly encourage you, become a part of MVRB. We have a lot of top-notch brokers here. In fact, if I may just mention them, 'di ba? Meron tayong mga brokers. At least yung kilala ko kasi hindi ko pa kilala lahat eh. Like ang number one na kilala ko dito, idol na idol ko dito is si Miss Georgia. And si Georgia Salazar. 'Di ba? If you need a top broker in Quezon City, and Georgia is your go-to person. And we have alam ko sila Miss Grace Fernandez. She's also in I think in QC nga rin yata, no. Then si Miss Venus Lopa sa ano naman sa Ortigas area. Yan, dami niyang hawak sa Ortigas area. So, yun, marami tayo si Miss Vivian, 'di ba, taga Taguig. Yan. So, marami kang mga top brokers na makikilala, marami silang mga magagandang inventory. So, may expand mo yung inventory mo, may expand mo yung reach mo. Okay? Do you need to be a licensed broker to advertise the project or property? Okay, yes po. Yes, kailangan po ninyo maging licensed broker. So, unless you own the property, di ba? Kung kayo may-ari sa property, hindi mo kailangan maging licensed broker. But if you're going to sell other people's property, kailangan po maging licensed kayo. Either licensed broker or licensed salesperson. Di ba? Kasi kung hindi pa kayo broker, hindi pa kayo nakapag-broker's exam, kailangan kasi mag-enroll na sa college. Kailangan nyo yung bumalik ng college. So, the fastest way is to find a broker, find one of the brokers here in MVRB, apply to be a salesperson under them. Okay? Can you please post the Blair Warren quote again? Teka lang ah. Sige po. Hanapin natin si Blair. Balik tayo kay Blair Warren. Si paring Blair. So, Miss Vibs, I'm already finished. If you want to jump in from time to time, okay lang po. Okay, what else? As a beginner, is there a guide on how to be a successful broker? Hindi ko alam kung may guide, pero baka si MVRB. Ma'am Vivian, meron ba tayong training on how to become a successful broker? Maybe we can do something like that in the future. Pwede tayong gumawa niyan. Lalo na kung member na kayo ng MVRB, kung anong training yung gusto nyo, we can always come up with something for you guys. And you're welcome, Ma'am Salve. How to join MVRB? So that's good. Ma'am Vibs, can you let them know how can they join MVRB?
I'll share with them when you finish your presentation or your questions.
Okay, okay.
I'll just
So,
have to.
ayan. So, ito na, shinare ko na tong quote na to. So, I hope sino ba yung nag-request ng quote? Si Miss Alice. Ayan, si Miss Alice, I hope na-screenshot mo na. Screenshot mo na yung quote ni Blair Warren kasi mag-i-stop sharing na ako. Again, thank you for spending time. Medyo magpo-4 na pala. So, overtime na tayo. But I hope you got a lot of value, from this presentation. I hope it gives you more clarity on what you can do as a broker and as an agent. And I hope that some of you will sign up, for the influential deal maker program. Once it's ready, I'm going to inform you, how to do this. I'm going to help you how you can do this. Okay, so thank you, Miss Vivian. I'm giving back the Zoom room to you.
Okay. So, thank you so much. So, pangatlong beses ko na po akong nakinig kay Sir Ronald ngayon. Pero, lagi po akong may bagong natututunan. So, I would just like to share with you kung para po sa mga nagtatanong on how to join MVRB. So, very simple lang po. Okay, so why should you join MVRB, no? So, okay. So, dito po sa MVRB, we just have some few things that we have apart from our values that we keep bilang professional. So, of course, number one is network. So, we are actually a group of different types of professional, not just real estate professional. So, meron po kami mga members who are lawyers, who are contractors, who are into different fields of business. Okay, so it actually provides a good portion of network, which I believe is very important if you are in real estate business. Okay, we provide learning. So how do we provide learning? It is through formal and non-formal. So webinars like this is just an example. If you are happy of having Sir Ronald, so this is the type of formal learnings that we give to our members. We also give informal learnings through coaching. So marami pong members ang MVRD who are actually experts in different specialties. So ako po personally, it was not easy for me to transfer titles going to the different offices ng LGU, but it was actually through people from MVRD who really guided me and do it. Iba po kasi yung nababasa nyo lang na kung paano to gawin, pero iba rin po yung pumupunta kayo, nandun na po kayo. Para po akong may call a friend. So whenever I'm in a registry of deeds, I would call a friend. So kilala niya kung sino yan. Actually, siya po yung presidente natin ngayon, si Miss Marie Sagi. Okay, so that's just an example of how we coach each other here in MVRB. So another one is we provide business tools. So we really want our members to be efficient and effective in the business. So ang isang example lang po that we have launched recently is we have given our members an opportunity to use our platform for Zoom. So kasi nga po, minsan, you have to meet clients, you have to meet teams, if you have teams in project selling. Marami kayong kailangan i-meet online. And of course, bakit ka naman kailangan mag-subscribe if you can actually get it for free? And we have provided that kind of tool, just one of the tools that we provide our members. Okay? So, ano pa po? Healthcare. Ang MBRB, ang Pareb MBRB, I believe is just one of the board of Pareb who provides insurance sa mga members. And later on, HMO will also be considered since it is not easy to get an HMO if you are a freelancer, if you are working on your own, di ba? Ang hirap po nun kasi you have to be in a corporation, you have to be in a company. Paano kung hindi po naman kaya pang mag-build ng isang company? So, does it mean it will restrict you from enjoying the benefit of having an HMO? So, those kinds of benefits po, we made it available for our members. Okay? So, paano? So very simple. So you just have to have, if you are a broker, appraiser, a consultant, you just have to have your PRC license ready, and then just pay an annual fee of 3,500. Okay, so right now po, we accept payments through bank, of course. And then all the rest of the requirements are just online. But those are just the two basic important. Now, paano naman po if you are not a licensed real estate professional? So we actually have a number also of accredited real estate salespeople, and sila rin po is part din po ng MVRB. So kung ano po yung benefits of a licensed real estate professional na member ng MVRB, yun din po ang benefit ng isang accredited real estate person na part ng MVRB. So what do you get out of that? So kung tayo po ay isang real estate salesperson or agent, we can always level up our skills because we are being surrounded by experts in the industry. So isn't it great? Okay. So ano po yung requirement for you to be part of MVRB as salesperson? So magpakita lang po tayo ng proof of accreditation from PRC. So I believe ang requirement po, if you want to be an accredited real estate person, you have to attend 12 units of real estate brokerage training. I think there's a course, there's an initial training na kailangan po yung ma-attenan, and then yun pong certificate na yun, you have to present that to PRC. Now, ito pong training na to, NVRB also helps us, these salespeople, to undergo such training because we have a partner PRC certified trainers, okay, or training provider that helps us doing these things po para po sa members. And ano pa po yun? So you have to make sure also, apart from the training that you will attend, you also have to be accredited through a broker. So since you will be part of NBRB, wherein ang dami pong broker, as long as hindi po na max out pa ng broker yung 20 salesperson accredited under that or him or her, pwede po kayong i-accommodate ng broker na yon. So it will be easy for you. Okay? So unless you have questions po through that. Okay. Tama. Renewal pala is 12 units. 15 units, sorry. Kinorek po ako ni President. Ang sabi po niya, kailangan po 15 units of training, real estate training, para po makapag-register tayo sa PRC as accredited salesperson. Now, for brokers who would like to renew their license, 12 units po siya. Okay, 12 units siya every 3 years. Okay, so at least yan po yung current. So hindi lang po natin alam kung hanggang kailan po yung 15 units. So those types of CPD units are being organized by our partner provider for the CPDs. Okay? How do we enroll? 15 units of real estate, where do we enroll? So, pag po, okay. So, what we usually do is, we post po the CPD trainings that we're gonna have. I believe PRC have already allowed, or meron na po silang ways on how we are going to do the training online. So, I would suggest na you be updated in our page. So our Facebook page is Pareb MVRD. So whenever there is update, whenever there is new CPD training, you will be informed. So I would suggest that you follow us through that page. Okay? So, okay. 15 pa rin po. Ay, sorry. Tama ba ako, tita? Sorry. 15 15 pa rin daw po. Pag magre-renew daw po ang pag magre-renew po tayo ng PRC license, we still are required to have 15 units. Ang sinabi ko po yata kanina ay 12. Okay? So kung meron po kaming training, i-inform po namin kayo at if makikita nyo po sa aming Facebook group. So you will be amazed the kind of trainers that we use. Kung nag-enjoy po kayo sa training ngayon, sa webinar ni Mr. Ronald, ganyan po yung kind of trainer. Kasi we get the type of speakers po that we have are yung mga practical po na magagamit po natin sa ating negosyo at sa ating profession. Okay? Alright. So kung wala na po kayong questions, I would just like to invite you to like our page and to follow us and then to just email